Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows. Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows.
Hello, happy Thursday, everybody. Thank you, Pikes and Lady, for your rain. Thank you so much for coming in. Welcome, welcome. My name is Dana. This is Dana's Kitchen. I am a home chef up here in North Texas, and I am joined here by my lovely assistant tech guy, sous chef, dishwasher, logistical elevation technician, all of those good things, Robbie, who's behind the camera. But now we can actually see him on camera every once in a while, and I even have control of that. So we might use that. Hello, Andy. How are you in fallen age? And Pikes and Lady, tell me a little bit about who you are. Tell us. We want to know, what did you stream today? What kind of streamers are you? Fajita Phantom, hello. And Lady Cabbage Patch. You came in with Lady and Pikes. Oh, I forgot to tell you about my other two assistants that aren't as helpful as Robbie, and that is Rocky, who is part Velociraptor as well as Multi-Poo, and then Otis, who is older, and he doesn't really get into too much trouble, just under my feet sometimes. I'm doing great, Pikes and Lady. How are you doing? What is going on? Okay, so here we go. You're the lady to the Pikes. Okay, awesome. Here we go. This is Rocky. Hi, Rocky. Are you part Velociraptor? Mm-hmm. So you may hear him from time to time. We try to keep him under control, but who knows? You stream Animal Crossing and Fortnite. Excellent. I know Animal Crossing, my daughter is really into that, and it was fun when she went to college. She actually got my youngest a Switch so that they could play Animal Crossing together and keep in touch, since I'm in Texas, and she looked at the United States and said, how far can I get from here? And went to Seattle. So, so there we go. So Robbie is Drink More, Cook Less in the channel. He used to be Drink More Arsenic, but my community decided that his name needed to be changed. So it's changed, maybe temporarily, maybe permanently, we don't really know. So my word for the year is health. So, but Thursday nights are going to be Indulge nights, where we're going to be eating yummy, not as healthy food for us. So here we go. I've had a day today. Yeah, I'm okay. I've just already cooked 3 dinners today. I cooked a dinner at like 9 o'clock last night so I could take a bunch of dinners over to some good friends who lost a family member, very important family member. And then I had another friend who ended up in the hospital and is going to be there for 3 to 4 weeks. So these are 2 of my really, really good friends. And so it's been a couple of days, but I made it here, so that's good. We'll be making stuff. I finally got the rocks. So if you subscribe, your name will go on one of these rocks I found and I brought in. I don't know why I've got these lights here. Maybe we'll use them later. I don't know. I found the rocks from last year that were in the garden. Some of them I can't read the names. Some of them I can't read anything anymore. But here's Robbie's rock, and it says patience on it. So Robbie, how'd you do on patience? Not well? Not well. So he's going to have to continue to work on patience. What is your word for this year? He still hasn't made that up. So I always have a word of the year. My word of the year is health. Like I said, last year my word was curiosity. I think I did pretty good with that. You didn't tune on Monday. That's okay. You got to do what you got to do. Andy's, normally I stream on Thursdays and Sundays at 5, but I started last week. No, that was this week. This week I started. It has only been like 4 days, Robbie.
3.
It's only been 3? That's worse. What are you doing to me? I started doing yoga. I am a certified yoga teacher. So I started doing yoga at 10 a.m. Central Time here in the United States, doing yoga on Monday mornings to get our week started. Very, very gentle yoga. Weeks are hard. Days are hard. That's where I am right now. So before, since a few people actually subscribed during yoga, I didn't get a chance to write their things. Look, here's Morphine Bear from last year, spaghetti tacos. Spaghetti tacos. So I had to ask Darth, because Darth had a word. Did Darth pick a word? Did we have a word for Darth?
Darth did not give you a word.
Darth. I'm going to get on him and text him. Yoga. It's been a long, short week. It's not even over, fajita fans. So I still have to work tomorrow morning, but then I get like kind of the afternoon off, but then meeting friends later, and then I have to work Saturday morning. So it's a kind of an unusual week as far as work is going back too. So was Robbie nice and relaxed after the yoga? Well, he had the day off. He didn't actually do any of the yoga. He just sat behind the screen and made sure everything went well for that. So, well, anyways, thank you again, Pikes and Lady, for that raid. Make sure you go and give them a follow. I know Robbie's going to make sure that I'm following as well, so we can go check them out. Yeah, I have to redo. So we're trying to figure out how to make that work so it's not so time consuming going from yoga setup to here. So what? Oh, you got it? All right. I'm following Pikes and Ladies. So there we go. It's a constant thing. And we have a new camera today. You want to show them the new camera? So now we've got this one that's an overhead camera for the stove. How exciting is that? So, because this one, moving it back and forth, that way I can still chop and we can cook stuff and you can see both of them. So, hello, more Dr. Pepper. I'm so glad that you are here. Okay, I've got to do these. Pops, I need to do. So this one was Drinkwazer, who was the first one of the year. Actually, like on the 30th. For last day, I don't know, was close enough. So there's our first one. And Drinkwazer's word was indulgence. And let's see here. Who do we have? We have hippie, right? Let's do this one. So I have hippie wayfarer, who you should all be following if you're not. And what was hippie's word? Ooh, maybe that needs to be your word too. Work on that. So I put these, if you're wondering what I do with these rocks, I put them in the garden. At the end of the month, I put them in my garden, in my kitchen garden. I had to dig these up. I'm going to have to do something because Rocky kind of covered a lot of them. I had to dig them out. I think I got them all. And I want to put them in some place that's a little more protected so we don't lose so many of the words. So serenity. Who else? Do I have somebody else that I need to do other than Darth hasn't given me a word?
Sarah Lynn.
I didn't. Miss Sarah Lynn. Let's do Miss Sarah Lynn.
Intentional.
That's right. Miss Sarah Lynn. 2023. Intention. It's nice to go out there. Every time I go out and garden and I see these rocks, I think of you guys. So that we have that, and then I'm going to do one for Pops, but I'm going to leave it blank because Pops needs to give me a word. That one's a little rough. I have to fix that one. Pops, goggles. 2023. Leave that there in case Pops pops in. And then we need to do one for Darth. Let's get... Darth gets a different color than Miss Sarah Lynn. Because if you don't know, they're married. So Darth for Baka 2023. Okay. I'm going to set those over there to remind me. And say goodbye to the snowmen. The snowmen have gone away. This is actually...
The snowman melted. It's not even winter here anymore.
It was colder today, though. It was colder today. I wish I had a place I could show these. I'll have to think about that and see and words. Words, Robbie. Did you know they're hard?
I did.
I had, what did I do with, is this over here? It is. Okay, so I want to do some potato wedges tonight. And I haven't really thought of a flavor profile for them yet. So I had Cajun pulled up, but I can do kind of any flavor profile. Do you have a preference since you have to eat them? Words are hard. They are hard. Potato wedge. Yes. Words are hard. So there we are. So we just got words. Okay, so what kind? Don't make me make all the decisions.
The yummy kind.
He's not helpful. Did we get the scotch? Oh yes, look how clean this is. Robbie did it all. It was a nice surprise to come home and have that cleaned because I had things taped to the fridge. So when
Never
we took
again.
it off, because here's what happened. We had our turkeys, which were awesome, and the feathers, and I started taking those off at the end of November, and then I decided that was too much work, so I just covered the whole refrigerator with blue and white foam so that we could, that foam paper stuff, so we could put snowmen and snowflakes and trees on it. But then when that came down, then we had to deal with the scotch tape. Except I didn't. He is helpful. Hello, Venus Tranquility. How are you? So I'm sorry if I seem a little like not woo today. Although I'm not like that all the time anyway. So there we go. Okay, let's start. The first thing, so we're going to be making some patty melts today. I've got some nice brioche loaf bread for Robbie. For me, I've got some gluten-free bread. I'm not eating the
You sound so
brioche.
excited about the gluten-free.
Bread. And then we're going to do some caramelized some onions. And I was wondering, what do you think of sauteing some mushrooms to put on there too? You want that? Mushrooms on the patty melt? And so patty melt is usually, it's meat, cheese, in between two pieces of bread. Most places, and then you toast the bread, so kind of like a grilled cheese sandwich, but you cook the burger first. And then usually you put some sort of Thousand Island-ish dressing on it. I am trying to get some of this weight off. I will let Robbie have the regular Thousand Island, and I'm going to use this 0 calories, 0 net carb, 0 fat dressing, which sounds delicious. Not. I'm going to be using it, however, Robbie, just for the meantime, because as soon as I get to where I want, all this stuff that's not real food, I mean, when the first ingredient on your dressing is water.
That comes out of the faucet, Dana.
Yeah, it does come out of the faucet.
I didn't know that Thousand Island came out of the faucets.
Oh no, you have either barbecue sauce or hot chili pickle. Excellent, love that. And Fajita Phantom's writing down the information. So we're going to actually, and then it has caramelized onions on it. That's another part of a patty melt that you don't want to forget. So we're definitely going to do the caramelized onions. I'm going to use olive oil instead of butter. And then we'll throw some mushrooms in there at the last minute and saute those, which is not typically on a patty melt. But you know what? It's my kitchen, so I do what I want most of the time. So this is what we're going to do. And then we're going to do dressings come out of faucets. Wouldn't that be fun? Like just a row of, like a little, and then you just do the dressing.
I think we can make that happen.
Yeah. You know, you kind of do that in some restaurants. The servers do when they're making your salad sometimes. They're like upside down bags that are put on the thing. Sometimes it's just a bin and you scoop it out. Anyway, so we're going to, and then we're going to do the potato wedges.
Out of a faucet.
I know. The faucet sounds better, doesn't it? You know, I once stayed at a place in Mexico. And I was at this one place, and in the wall, in the room, Robbie, they had they had little faucets, and it had tequila and vodka and something else. And so it was one of those all-inclusive places. So I'm sure it was top shelf tequila.
Probably not.
It's probably not. Thank you, Mitch. Thank you. So this is our Indulge Day. So Thursdays are going to be kind of, I was calling them cheat days, but that implies that I'm doing something wrong, and I'm really not, right? We're not cheating and doing something wrong. We're just having a day where we're going to indulge a little. And I'm making it slightly healthier by using my dressings over here. See how excited I am about that? But maybe they're really good. I don't know. I haven't tried them. And then we're going to do just some roasted potatoes rather than some French fries, which is what I would normally put on the side of this. So it was probably Harry's tequila, probably something like that. It certainly put hair on your chest. Let's just say that. You're rewarding yourself with deep dish pizza after your MRI? I don't know, Robbie just took my chat away, hang on. You had an MRI for your back? It's been a week. You should definitely have the pizza. Definitely have the pizza. I liked it, deep dish pizza. I know some people say that's not really pizza, but I disagree. They're wrong. It is pizza. Let's take that row off. I was in Chicago for a long time, and in Chicago, I love their deep dish Chicago pizzas. One of my favorite was, it had like an Alfredo sauce in it. Oh, it's so good. And an Alfredo Parmesan sauce. So it was just basically cheese and sauce and butter. Detroit. Let's see. Hi, Taki. Hi, Taki. How are you? Welcome. What do we call a hybrid between a cow and electric eel? A dynamo. Guaranteed to burn going down. Yeah. I haven't lived till I've done a shot of Harry's. I'm going to say I've lived until I've had a shot of Harry's. Then I might not. I'm okay not having tequila burn. Some of the nicer tequilas, they have to have a bite to them, but I don't want them to burn. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, I'm actually going to do the onions over here, because when I get to the burgers, I want them to be closer to me. Oh, I do need 3 pans, because I'm going to need... Sorry, Robbie.
This sounds like a job for stove cam.
So all we're going to do is we're going to put a lot of olive oil in here. And then I'm going to slice these onions up really quickly. And get those in there. And we're going to keep it at a really low temperature, because when you do that with onions, you get, and I say that, and I don't have this at a low temperature, so let me do that. You pull more of the sugars out of them, so they get a little sweeter. That has been my experience with it. So, hang on until you've done a shot of Harry's. Stove cam, I know, isn't it cool? We've got a new one. And we've got all different things. We can do like 3 things at once. Like Robbie could have...
Well, let's not overpromise stuff.
Have you not done it yet?
Not 100%.
We just started working on this a couple of days ago, so we're still there. Yaren Gate, hello. Welcome in. I'm so glad you found us in the recommended channels. How are you? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hey, Andy, ask and you shall receive.
What did Andy ask for? Do we have a Robbie Cam? There we go. There's Robbie Cam. And I don't think he has set mine up yet. You haven't set mine up yet, have you?
Dana thinks I'd give her control. She's so silly.
He's gonna give me control. He's finding the guest room super comfy. It's okay. Sheets haven't been done since Kelsey was here. Ooh, I'll put you in the other room. All right. When I make a like an onion dip, oops, we don't need that. This is how I do it. So I usually use red onions for that. But slow. And let them go for like 20, 25 minutes. It seems like a long time. But it's all good. All the things, that's right. So once we get all the things figured out in here, we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cameras. So that'll be, the one on the laptop is the Robbie cam. Because there's sometimes he makes facial expressions you guys just gotta see. Does he look a little bit like Wallace Shawn's hairy cousin? 20 Fajita Phantom says, get 20 cameras, Robbie. Unfortunately, my laptop has enough problems with 4. So that's why we don't have a 5th one today. We don't have the wide shot. Not out of push buttons. Push buttons notice. Patty Melt, hello, Roland. He's not upset. Robbie.
I wouldn't actually show my face on camera if I was upset.
You're from Barbados. You like food. I like food too. We have something. Look, my shirt says, I'm just here for the food. Mother Nature, love Mother Nature, art and games, and you love cooking. That's awesome. What kind of food do you like to cook, Yarngate? Nom, nom, nom. Yes, that's why it's Indulge Day. So I'm trying to also use up anything that I've got left over. Did you know we never pulled this out? Over the holidays. Sometimes I cheese because it's a crazy thing, but it has Swiss cheese, which is usually the cheese of choice on a patty melt. So I'm going to steal all the Swiss cheese from this for our patty melts today. Randy's not cooking yet because nobody has decided to make him cook yet. So I also wanted to make my burgers a little healthier fat-wise. So, normally I grind up chuck with sirloin, and today we're just going to do the sirloin. I may need to add some fat to it, but then that way I can add olive oil to it and make it a little healthier, since olive oil is better for you than beef fat. That's why beef fat is so good. That's why bacon is so good. Because it's not good for you. Except for your tongue. Your tongue disagrees. You can't even afford a screaming goat. Yeah, well, chicken fried patty melt. Ooh, yeah, that would be good. That would be good. Yes, you can cook. You can cook. You just say that. I need things.
I got you, no man.
That's our screaming goat, and if Kanara's in here and you decide that you don't like her anymore, you can certainly don't want to watch her channel anymore. That's the way to go. I just want to make sure we have olive oil on all parts of the onion.
I think Kanara banned about 10 people over the goat that day. She's like, I warned you.
Never let them see you sweat. That's what you do. Okay, so the other thing I want to get started, let's see, where do we want to go from here? Let me get the potatoes started because I bet those take a while. So you have to rewrite your shopping list. What? Fajita Phantom, I'm confused. All types of Indian dishes to pastas. You like cooking, baking, grilling, anything with fire, really. Ooh, fire.
I think he was almost banned for doing the goat.
Oh,
Maybe.
almost. You were almost banned.
That's my guess.
My brain's not working very well today. I need to
Yep.
preheat the oven. Preheat the oven.
I was right.
You were right, Robbie. That's exciting.
It happens once in a blue moon, Dana.
Oh, cool. So we're going to line a baking sheet with parchment paper and set aside. Now, this is for sweet potatoes, but I pulled the sweet potatoes I just bought a couple of days ago out. They're mushy, so we're going to do this with regular potatoes.
Hey, Drinkwazer.
Drinkwazer's in here. Hey, Drinkwazer, I got your rock done. Look, there's your 2023 rock. And there's the back. Do you remember what your word was last year? I have it in here somewhere. I did see it. I probably won't be able to pull it out right now. Oh, here we do. Here, there's your 2022 rock. It was in the garden. I pulled all of them out. Do you know what your word was last year? It was the same as mine. It's curiosity. So, woohoo! Okay, I'm gonna get this off of here. We're gonna scrub I did have a couple of russet potatoes left, so we're gonna use those instead. So we'll probably have to cook them a little longer.
No, man, I know that they had a lot of trouble 2 days ago. I don't know about earlier today, though.
The goats were in full swing. Ooh, winter comfort food. What kind of food did you make? I'm only like walking around and doing this because number one, I'm hungry because I haven't eaten today. I've only tasted food that I gave completely away to all other people. Although I kept one of the lasagnas, Robbie. So there's a lasagna in there to heat up. Yeah, I've been standing in my kitchen all day long. So, yes, hey, where's today's drink? Where is it? Beef stroganoff with pork. Oh, I love beef stroganoff. Maybe we need to make that sometime. Robbie, that's one of the things that I've made with leftover roast beef. Where is my scrubber for my potatoes? Normally I'd scrub these before we went on the air, but I barely made it home in time to start the stream.
This is true.
Huh?
I said that's true.
Yeah. I had to go pick Rocky up because since I was going to be cooking all day, I didn't need him in my face. So hopefully he won't be in my face too much now. What? Yeah, what? Just came off a UK streamer. Oh no. So
Yeah,
maybe that was just.
It's been a week for Twitch as well, apparently.
It has been. So you guys let us know if anything is not working. Okay, let's see here. We're gonna get these cut up. And when we're making the wedges, we cut that a little bit differently. I'm not really going to. We're gonna keep the skin on for ours and just make these great big wedges. Although, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And then toss them in some sort of seasoning. What kind of seasoning do you want your potato wedges to have? Any ideas? Chat, you got any ideas? I'm gonna do olive oil and something. Olive oil. There's a technical issue happening. Just salt and pepper. I'd at least put paprika on it. What's the technical issue you're having, Andy? Oh, why is there no drink? Because Robbie hasn't come up with one.
I don't think anyone used the command yet.
Yeah, they did.
They did?
Today's drink is, hey, drink more, cook less. Where's today's drink? Get on it, Robbie.
Oh, Andy did use it. That's why he's making the comment. Gotcha.
Robbie? I thought Randy was my bartender. Did I switch bartenders?
I'll fix the command.
And I think the command's hilarious.
And updated. Now Randy's the slacker, not me.
That's great. Alrighty. Where's my cocktail? What should the drink be today? Anybody? Ideas? Thank you, thank you. Cajun? I do have Cajun spices. I could do that. That's what I think the recipe I was going to use was going to do with the sweet potatoes. And then I thought I'd leave it up to you guys. But Cajun is good. Go lurk, Fajita Phantom. So far I have Cajun. Anybody else? You got until I'm done cutting these, and then I'm going to go grab the spices.
I think Darth's going to bring over some of the coffee beer he found, right?
Oh yeah, he's going to share that.
He's going to share his discovery.
He finally found his coffee beer in Ohio. Or maybe he found it in Michigan. I don't know. Let's see here. I've got these spice mixes I need to use. And and now that one's got citrus. I don't want that on the potatoes. Pink peppercorn with lemon thyme.
He was very excited, Andy.
Like he texted us from the grocery store.
Does it taste like coffee? I always wanted to try coffee beer.
It does. It tastes like just like a hard coffee is what it tastes like. Cowboy crust, tandoori. Come on. I know I've got Cajun in here somewhere. Is it going to be at the very bottom?
But he was extra excited because I believe this particular brand has been discontinued.
It's his, yeah, this is his brand. Whoops, these are starting to get brown. A little too brown. Don't get too brown. Turn it down. Turn it down. All right, let's get some olive oil on these things. See, yeah, it's really more of a hard coffee. It's you can find it that it's not like, it doesn't have a beer taste, but my guess is that it has a malt base to it, and that's why they call it a coffee beer. What says, you're not brave enough to suggest you're bad with kitchen words and no idea where you're going with the full dish. So the patty melt, no man a man, is like a burger, but it's in between bread, and it's got Swiss cheese and onions. We're gonna add some mushrooms to it as well, and I need to get those cut. And then we'll cook the burgers, and then we'll toast it like a grilled cheese. So the patty melt itself doesn't really have what's the word I'm looking for? Like, it's not like heavily Greek or Italian or anything like that. All right, I do have some Cajun here. This is called, it's from Spiceology, Black Magic. It smells pretty good. So we'll toss it in some of that. I think this already has salt in it. Let me look. Paprika, garlic, spices, onions, salt. So it's not going to be like a real spicy, like some Cajun spices are really spicy. You know what I'm saying, Robbie?
Yes, very.
Like when you blacken stuff and get really spicy. This is a much, wow, words, Dana, words. This is a much milder version. I'm hoping by Sunday that I have more words. Oh, by the way, Robbie got me a Pikachu.
Oh, hold on, what's good? Okay, there we go.
There we go, Pikachu. That was one of my Christmas presents. So he'll be hanging out with us. If anybody ever sees a Psyduck like that, that would be awesome.
I would have gotten that if it was available.
They had that was from Home Goods, right?
Yes.
They had a lot of, I got Kelsey a Pokemon cookbook from there. So we'll have to see if we can get Kelsey to cook with us some night and she can walk me through the recipe instead of vice versa. Whew. All right, parchment paper down on here makes for much easier cleaning and your potatoes won't stick to your pan. And then we'll just take our potato wedges. And we have to still wait. The oven's not at 400 yet. I like to have like olive oil and spices on everything, which is why I put them in a pan to toss them. But you could also just put them on the pan and drizzle olive oil and the spices on that. I do want Robbie to clean. But just so we're clear, I made 3 dinners today and I've cleaned up every dish from making, I made Kung Pao chicken meatballs with some white rice. I made enchiladas with some Spanish rice. I did pork carnitas with some leftover smoked pork that I had. No, those were good. Like, I really wanted to keep those. And then we made a lasagna last night. And Robbie helped me with the lasagna. So there's that. Is he in danger of getting fired? No, he's not in danger. He would never get fired. He would just get sent to timeout.
That sounds like a lot like getting fired.
No, it's like jail. So he would just, he'd just be relegated to the, he'd just get sent to the guest room. And if I'm really mad to him, my youngest old bedroom. So, okay. Oh, we're almost there. We're almost there. And then we're going to check these in about 30 minutes. But I think they're probably going to take longer than, well, maybe we'll flip them in 15-ish minutes. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. You're going to have to change your burger. Hello, CCP. Let's give CCP a shout out over there. I'm going to tell you, good comfort food, cooking class pour. Sometimes you'll even get some homemade ice cream, which she is fabulous at. So make sure you go give Cooking Class Pour a follow. And you can call Cooking Class Pour instead of saying all of those words, which is really hard. You can call them CCP. You can call them Hammer. So there you go. How are you doing? You're going to do a patty melt Saturday, but you don't want to copycat. It happens all of the time, and you should copycat. And mine is going to be a little healthier because I'm only using sirloin in mine, so I'm sure yours is going to have a lot more fat in it than mine. Mine's going to be a little less exciting. Yours will be the real deal. So you're going to look at a slice of a sandwich yourself. Excellent. Okay, so these are going in the oven. It's not quite at 400, but it's almost there. And then, hey, Google, set a timer for 15 minutes. Okay.
Sure, 15 minutes.
I'm going to slice. And it's like we're adding some mushrooms to ours as well, which I know, Rob, I don't want to take these out of the pan. I'm just going to move them over, and we'll do some of these mushrooms in here. I don't know how that's going to work out, but we're going to try. I'm going to try. These were actually supposed to go in the Kung Pao chicken meatballs.
Oops.
Oh, well. I was a little tired this morning. We're going to put some lion's mane mushrooms in ours.
Look at that.
I have a grocery store that has awesome mushrooms. So this is a lion's mane mushroom. If you've ever seen it before. It's kind of soft. It's like it almost has fur on it. But it's supposed to be really good for memory, which clearly I need help with today, huh?
Should have had that before the stream.
I should have said, you know what? Except that I almost didn't make it here, so there's that too. There isn't a whole lot of room there, you're right. But we're gonna make it work anyway. I also like the lion's mane mushrooms. They have a like a milder maybe flavor to them. So I think it'll be perfect for this application. So we'll stick it back in here. I'm gonna move that to the heat that way. But not on high, Robbie, not on high. A little olive oil on there. And we'll let those get going. Mushroom. You got a total dad joke of an idea for a different burger used for the rye bread. And I don't even have rye bread tonight because Robbie's not a huge fan of rye bread that I know of. Yes, no? Do you like rye bread?
What's the one that they have at the Cheesecake Factory?
No, it's brown bread.
No.
And I love rye bread, but you know what they don't make? I have not been able to find a gluten-free rye bread. So I'm gonna have to experiment on how to make that myself, or a gluten-free-ish bread on that. So see, yours is gonna be real. Yours will be a real one on rye bread with all of the stuff, with all the things. All right, see, there's my cheese, my leftover cheese from charcuterie. Now we're going to grind our meat. It's a pretty simple, like this is a pretty laid back stream because I'm tired, but it's an Indulge. At least it's mostly yummy food, Robbie. You know what I need next? I need a little thing here that I can just pop this up over here. See, Robbie's always like, uh-oh, Dana's in thinking mode of other things that she needs. Do a Don McLean meal, smoked whiskey barbecue burger on rye bread and serve with a slice of apple pie. Ooh, nice. Yes, so Andy, I actually love Char. That's what I usually buy. To me, I haven't found anyone that I like better than Char as far as the gluten-free bread that isn't made in a bakery somewhere. But I haven't been able to find a rye bread by them. So, all right, we're gonna grind our sirloin. So if you really want to see what a real patty melt looks like, did you say is your next stream on Saturday, CCP? I should do a cooking challenge. We've done cooking challenges. What kind of cooking challenge?
In fact, I saw a timer in the commands list today that we hadn't used in forever from one of Dana's cooking challenges.
Oh yeah, we did do that one.
Let's see, what did that say? You had to make French and Greek food with a grilling technique using a meat grinder as part of the process, and tahini is one of the ingredients.
That is right, I did have to do that. So, thank you, Calvin. Is it Callie?
Callie Livin' Five Dime?
Callie Livin' Five Dime for that follow. Thank you so much. Okay, so I've just got some sirloin. They didn't really give me the right kind. This isn't what I wanted. I didn't have time to actually go to the store and pick out. I think the person picking out my stuff didn't know what they were doing because I got several things that were not what I actually asked for. I like to get the other sirloin, but this is okay. This has got a little more fat in it than what I would have picked out. So it'll probably help the burger. And I'm just cutting it up so that it'll go through the grinder. It's cold too. If your meat is cold, it will go through your grinder easier without getting all mangled into things. I also asked, well, no, that's about right. So hopefully next week I'll have more time that I can pick out my own things at the grocery store. After you be ready to rumble, welcome in for your first show. So what are you gonna rumble in? A rye sirloin, yes. For other streamers to do, and you can try them. Oh, well, tough because how do I try the food? Because they'll probably be someplace else. If that's what you're talking about. I would love to do that. I just don't know how feasible that is. We could do it like they did in the pandemic for like Food Network, which is they made their food and then they described it. And then the judges just imagined.
They're like, yeah, I totally didn't overcook this pasta.
This pasta's not overcooked.
And I definitely remembered to salt the water. And the sauce tastes amazing. I didn't cook or reduce that down too far. So yeah, give me the top
perfect.
score. You can trust me.
This sauce didn't break at all. I don't know why I'm washing my hands. I got to touch the meat again.
Maybe a reunion cooking challenge when you guys next meet up.
Ooh, that's a good idea. We could do that. We are planning it. We are in the planning stages.
There are discussions.
We are discussing it. So that's the good news. So, Darth, thank you for the follow. And here we go. Let's grind up some sirloin for our burgers. Ooh, can you come over here and take care of these mushrooms before they burn? So most of the time, I will grind my own meat. I don't do it 100% of the time because sometimes, like yesterday when I was making the Kung Pao meatballs, I just didn't. Yeah, or the onions. You can even move that off, the onions off the heat a little bit. There. So I get to do more goat screams. Maybe, yes. So, Callie living 5 Dime, what brought you here into the kitchen here? And where are you from? Are you from California? Is that why it's Callie living? Just trying to guess. Tell us a little bit about yourself. It looks like it was somebody else, Andy. Not the Darth. The Darth has been following me for a long time.
And when I was researching names on what was available, you'd be surprised how many
Darths there are. There are a lot.
Combinations were already taken. So some of the suggestions were not going to work.
So how big are you going to want your burger patties?
The biggest of burgers, Dana.
That will be hard to make that, like, pick it up.
Oh, I'm pretty
with
strong.
The bread. No, not because of the
weight.
Probably another Darth. Yes, you are another Darth. We have a friend of the channel, Darth Verbaka, that's in here all the time. Hey, it's throwing meat juice at me here.
All right.
So how are you, Darth? You know, we've got a Darth noise. See?
Well, is it a Darth noise or is it?
It's a Verbaka noise. How did that happen? That's right. It's not a Darth noise. It's a Verbaka noise.
I didn't push the button. How did that play?
Because I have my own
Stream
Deck.
She's got the button. Oh, I
have my own Stream Deck over here. I stole the old one. Gave Robbie a really big Stream Deck because he said, more buttons, which is what you said. I need more buttons. So he has more buttons, but I got to get the old one, which I'm pretty happy about.
It confused me. It's like, wait, I thought about pushing the button, but I hadn't pushed it yet. And then I heard the sound.
That's right. Stream Decks are the best, aren't they? And it's so funny because we didn't have one, and my daughter, actually, she was the one who she was the one who encouraged me to try streaming when I said, hey, I want to do something with my cooking. And she's like, you should stream because trying to put a video together for YouTube is pretty challenging because she does that occasionally. And she's the one who, after we had been streaming for several months, gave us a Stream Deck for Christmas last year.
She sure did.
And it sat there for months before we set it up. Do you remember that part?
No, I blocked that out.
You blocked that out because you're like, oh, we should have done this like
Yeah.
ages ago.
Because it was really easy to set up and very helpful.
So if you ever start streaming, hey, I am finished with that.
Oh, are the mushrooms burning?
No, but I turned them off.
Okay, cool.
So they're there. Do you wanna taste up? Isn't that good? It's like a milder, like it's nuttier to me. Okay, I have about 2 pounds of sirloin. So how many burgers do we want to make? You want half-pound burgers?
Sure.
Yes? Okay. So this actually has a fair amount of fat in it, which is pretty interesting. And I'm gonna weigh it out because that way we know they're all the same size.
Kelsey!
Kelsey's here. Hello, Kelsey. I stole his tech. He didn't need it anymore. He's got his own Stream Deck. Now, Kelsey, I'm using the Stream Deck that you got us last year now. That's going to be a huge burger. Did you know that? Look how much meat's going to be in one burger. Are you good with that?
It'll cook down.
Okay. It's not going to. Yes, so I have control, although he hasn't programmed all the things I want in it. Ooh, Kelsey, look what we have now too. Wait, look at that. We have a camera that is just for the stove that is separate from this one. So we're playing with our new tech today. We'd be upgrading. Yeah, I believe you warned me and said you're going to start buying a bunch of stuff when you start streaming. And I said, nah, that's not going to happen. You may have been right. Look, there's a recording of that too.
No, I'll delete the VOD. It's fine. We can get rid of the evidence.
No, I admit when I'm wrong most of the time. Ooh, you know what else? Okay, let me put them on here. So put our burgers on here. So now I get to press buttons, but not when I have hamburger on my hand. We don't want to contaminate the Stream Deck. That would be bad.
That'd be sad.
Very, very sad. Okay, I am gonna need another pan though to make the actual patty melts. That's gonna be, look how big that, I don't even know that that'll fit on my gluten-free bread because my gluten-free bread isn't that big, but that's okay. We're gonna make it work. We are gonna make it work. Let's see. We are at, I don't know if you guys can see, probably not, how much things are weighing.
Now we can.
Can you? Okay, so that's about 8. Because like 8 ounces is half a pound, right? Ooh, you need to go check the fries because I have hamburger meat all on me. Stop. So we've got, Kelsey, we're making patty melts. And we have got some potato wedges with Cajun seasoning on it in the oven right now. That's what we are making today. And for those of you who are new here, Kelsey is my daughter. So she is also, ooh, and this might be interesting, especially for you, Pikes and Lady, you're new in here. I was telling you about my daughter. This is who I was talking about. No, they need to be flipped over and they need to go back in for probably 20 minutes. I mean, unless you like raw potatoes with Cajun seasoning and olive oil on them. She is also co-director of the Video Game History Museum. No, Foundation. Why did I say museum? Foundation. Video Game History Foundation. And they do lots and lots of cool stuff. She does Thursdays on the MinMax show sometimes. Is it sometimes, all the times? Do you always do Kelsey's Game Corner on the MinMax show? Is that every Thursday? Anyway, and that's a foundation. It's a 501c3. You can support them if you like video games and want to preserve the history and all of the contextual elements and make sure they don't get lost. That's where you go. Haven't started the new season. Okay, every other Thursday. Kelsey is freaking amazing. You know why? She had an amazing mom. Her mom was weird, and ergo she is also weird. That's how we do it. Well, I want to give you a shout out for the stuff that you do. But she doesn't really, you don't stream very often on Twitch, so really, place to see her is on the Min-Max show and other places for the foundation. Fundraisers, talking about stuff. Hello, Elser.
Hey, Elser, how's Friday treating you?
Yeah, how's Friday? I'm ready for Friday. Friday, even though I've got a client in the morning. Just one, though. So that's good. All right.
Fries have been flipped.
They're going back in the oven?
Going back in oven.
We're doing an easier night tonight on here.
Or potato wedges, not fries, my bad.
Yeah, you know.
So how long?
We're not frying them. 20 minutes. You slept in. I wish I could sleep in.
I miss sleeping in. Seems like a very long time ago.
Yes, well, you slept in until like 11
I
or
made the most
noon
of
or
my time off.
1. One day you got up at 1.
I think I was trying to get enough sleep for the rest of the year.
And this one's going to be a little bit smaller, so this one may be better for me. Today has not been my best day of eating, but I have been losing weight, so that's good. It's hard to sleep in when your body wakes you up at 4 a.m. Why is your body up at 4 a.m., Quixotic Jedi? My body's usually up. If the dog usually wakes me up. Rocky usually wakes me up around 7:30, although the last 2 mornings he's been at 7 or earlier. I've just been a pain in the butt. But I sent him to camp today, so at least he wasn't around to bother me. I don't know why I sang that. I guess it felt it needed a song. Sing a song. Sing out loud, sing out strong. Ooh, that was bad. Sing of good things, not bad. Boy, I'm not hitting my notes.
They must be happy burgers.
Sing of happy, not sad. Hello, Blag Bear. Blair, Black. Oh, boy, I cannot speak today, Blag Blair. How are you doing? You haven't used one since 6th grade. You are awesome. I know. What's up with me, Blag Blair? I'm just calling you Blag because I'm clearly going to mess that up every time. All right, I got to get a 4th one on here. Can we make it? We can. All right.
You did the thing, Dana.
I did the thing.
Doing good. I'm going to have to pick up a burger on my way home now.
Isn't that the truth? Like you watch people eating a burger and all of a sudden you're like, you weren't even thinking about a burger and then you're like, I want a burger. I want French fries. All right, we're gonna salt these babies and put a ton of pepper on them. I'm gonna actually get this started because it takes a minute to get hot. The sheer amount of, yes, the sheer amount, like watching Food Network and then you're like, I'm hungry. All right, I'm putting some kosher salt on here. Robbie's looking at it going, why are you putting so much salt on? Because you have to salt burgers.
Same, no man, man. Same.
Yeah, Robbie's not a big potato person, but I am.
I'll eat them, but I really want the burgers.
Which works out well because a lot of times we go out to dinner and I won't finish like the main part of my meal, and he'll eat that, and if he's got fries on his plate, I'll finish his fries for him. It's a good trade-off. Roasted taters, but fries is just meh. Oh, see, I'm a little particular about my fries in that these wedges like this are not my favorite. I prefer like really skinny French fries that are crispy. And Robbie doesn't really like crispy food. Not that I've seen. Like he likes his bacon like medium. I like mine like, give me all the crispiness in it. He likes, I don't even have an apron on today. Did you notice that?
I did notice that. I think you were just showing off your shirt.
Is that what it was? Or was it just that I forgot to put an apron on?
I was trying to give you credit that was an intentional choice.
Giving me credit where credit is not due. Yes, the thin fries. I grew up in St. Louis, so I grew up on Steak and Shake type fries. We used to go there after school or in big groups in the evening and order just giant trays of fries. And I love mayonnaise, so I dip them in mayonnaise. That's what I like to do. I'm gonna put, because these don't have quite as much fat, I'm gonna put a little oil in the pan. And again, if I weren't trying to be healthy, I'd probably throw some ghee or butter in there. And then that'll help give it like a nice crust on the outside. Baked potatoes are gross. Oh, I love a baked potato, but you throw some butter and sour cream and bacon and cheese, chives.
All the stuff you add to it sounds good.
But that's the vehicle for that stuff. Now, you do like my smashed potatoes. Why are you moving over there? They know I'm talking to you. I like the little smashed, Robbie likes the little smashed potatoes, so I boil like little bitty baby potatoes, and then we smash them, and then I put olive oil and salt and pepper and some herbs, usually rosemary, thyme, and we stick those in the oven and let them get a little crispy around the edges. You do like those, right?
Yeah, those are pretty tasty.
Yeah.
Like the first time you made that, we're like, oh, we're making this again. This is really good.
So you avoid fries 365 days a year and only get them occasionally. So you do know there's only 365 days in a year. So if you have them once, you haven't avoided it 365
or leap year
days. But that's only 1 year every 4. So do you only have fries in leap year? 1 light year vinegar chips. Yes. Welcome in 1 light year. How are you doing? You get them in that made great burger. Best in town. Excellent. If the work's on a baked potato, then yes, but not feeling just butter. No, you're right. You got to put other stuff on it. Okay, I'm going to grab some bread over here too. We're not going to use it quite yet, but here's what I'm using. So normally you would use rye bread. If you get it at a restaurant, most likely they are using rye bread. I'm going to be using my nice Char gluten-free artisan baker multi-grain bread baked with ancient grains.
That's a lot of words.
Robbie is going to get artisanal because Sarah Lee wanted to be fancy with their words, not just artisan.
So that add like
they put an O
or
on the end of it so it's fancier. Bakery brioche bread made with real butter. Malt, vinegar, and salt chips. They are good. Hi, Digital Meow Mix. Happy New Year to you. How are you? Potato wedges. Yes, we've got those in the oven. They are going. They've been turned. Robbie is keeping track of those for me. And we have got some Cajun seasonings on them. This seems to be mostly paprika. And we were just talking about potatoes and how some people don't like French fries, which astounds me. It's like when people say, I don't like coffee, or I don't like chocolate, or I don't like bacon. These are things I'm like, no, those are universal things. You're supposed to love
I
them.
like 2 of those 3.
I have a friend who doesndoesn't chocolate or coffee, so I'm not really sure how we're friends. Ooh, listen. You trying to move the camera over here? There we go. Robbie's got a fancy remote control too to move the camera. It has an internal, does it have an external pan, or is the pan only internal?
I think it's just internal.
Internal pan. Alrighty. So I'm going to use on mine, instead of doing butter on the outside, some people when they're making grilled cheese and stuff, instead of using butter, they use mayo. So I'm going to use this fake mayo that I'm supposed to use, that my dietitian's like, use this instead of mayo. I'm going to taste it. Okay, it's not bad. It could be a lot worse. It's not quite as creamy as like a real mayo.
Things you love to hear on the food channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. It could be a lot worse.
Well, it
Dana's
doesn't,
kitchen.
it's not, I mean, as a substitute for it, it'll be fine. I don't get the people.
I'm just giving you trouble.
This is just for the time being. What I don't get is when people are like, well, this tastes just like real mayo. And I'm like, oh, clearly you've never made your own mayo or had real mayo if you think that tastes the same. It's okay, it's a good substitute. It's not as thick and creamy as mayo is. Ooh, look at that nice crust on there, Robbie.
Dibs.
I've got 2 more to make. These are gonna fall apart. I was a little too nice to the ground beef. There. You know what? Can I tell you how much I love that I got these? What are you looking at?
You were a little too nice?
Yeah. Like I was trying to make sure that they didn't get like too tough. Because like if you work the meat too much, it gets tough. So, Sophie! Hello! Oh my gosh, welcome in, Raiders. Hey there. Hey, Salty, thank you so much for bringing everybody in. Hello, Raiders. Welcome in. My name is Dana. I'm a home chef out here in North Texas in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And we are making patty melts tonight. And I am joined here tonight with Robbie, who is my tech guy, my sous chef, my just general do things for me kind of guy. And he's also my logistical elevation technician, because I'm only 5'2" and he's a foot taller than me. So welcome in, Raiders. Thank you so much for the follow, Sotomio and Cody. And if there's somebody below that, I can't see you. So Salty, thank you so much for bringing people in. How are you doing? How was your stream? What did you make? Because I know that whatever you made, it was delicious. Because I drool when I look at your photos all the time on Instagram. So, fellow DFW Sotomio, woo! Ooh, Korean barbecue. Yum, 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 yum. So, thank you guys so much for your in. So, we're doing, I do a word, we're in January, right? And so I do a word of the month, or a word of for the year. My word for the year is health. I know this doesn't look like health, because it's not. But I have an indulge day. So Thursdays are going to be my indulge day, where we're making something other than, you know, the healthy stuff that we eat the rest of the week. So there's that. And drink more, cook less. That would be Robbie. But thank you guys so much for the raid. Thank you. So we're just cooking our burger patties now, and after this we'll start assembling that. And we've got some Cajun potato wedges in the oven. It's been a day for me, so words have been hard. Normally words are not completely hard for me. Thorsten, thank you for the follow. You don't like sour drinks, beer, wine, root beer, brown soda. So you think those are sour. I don't know that I would call them sour, but all right. Which reminds me, Digital Meow Mix, you haven't made drinks yet. Because that's the other thing he is. Robbie is also the bartender around here.
It's true. Ranch dressing soda. Never again, Andy.
No.
Never again.
That was nasty.
They warned us it was the worst of the bunch, and it was terrible.
And they were not lying. This one is not caramelizing evenly. It's going to fall completely apart. I know it is.
I'll still eat it. It's fine.
Well, I know it's going to be good. It's just going to fall completely apart. So that is what we are doing here. Robbie, I'm doing some gluten-free bread. It's not rye bread. It's just a gluten-free multi-grain. And then Robbie is going to be doing his on a brioche rather than the rye as well tonight. So that's what we're doing that. Soda is yuck, agree. So I actually don't, I like soda, but I don't drink it very much anymore. I used to drink it I used to have maybe 6 cans of soda a day. These are gonna need to go in the oven to cook a little more, probably. Lemon, lime, and ginger soda occasionally. Yeah. Coffee's good. I think there's a place for everything. That's me. I don't know that I want to put this in a 400-degree oven now to cook. So I may need to put the other one. Nespresso is good. I had a Nespresso. I now have a new thing because what I was missing was doing things like Bravewood Beanery's coffee. See, it's falling apart,
and just
everybody.
like that, there's 2 burgers.
Huh?
Just like that, it became 2 burgers.
Yes, exactly. Not fond of sweet stuff. Mixed drink that don't taste like booze. That's what you drink when you drink alcohol. I find those very dangerous.
They are dangerous, but they're delicious, Dana.
They are delicious. But they're dangerous, especially at home.
There's a certain brand of vodka in Texas called Deep Eddy their flavored vodka is extremely dangerous.
Make sure you're mixing it.
It tastes so good.
Okay, that's going to go in the oven. I'm going to turn this down some, and hopefully we can get these cooked a little more. I am putting, if you're just coming in here, I am putting a little olive oil in the pan because I made these burgers. And usually when I grind my own meat for the burgers, I use a combination of chuck and sirloin. That's my go-to, unless I'm, doing something fun like brisket burgers or short rib burgers. But the sirloin doesn't have as much fat, which means it's not going to shrink as much, no matter what Robbie thinks. So Mystery Meat, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. So anyways, I'm putting a little olive oil in the pan so we can still get that crust, add some healthier fats to our burger. I know what you're thinking. You're like, why? Why does the burger have to have healthy stuff on it? Well, it doesn't. It just does this month for me. Maybe next month. I gotta get in shape because Robbie and I are gonna head to Italy, hopefully in April, which we really need to talk about. So
yeah, we might have a lot of good food in Italy, so we'll make up for it then.
White Claw, Mike's Hard Lemonade. Yeah, you get the weak stuff. That's the lower. It's better for your system. Oh, Mountain Dew, Roland. I can't drink Mountain Dew. That's like sugar.
I have like 1 or 2 a year.
And usually it's while you're driving.
Yeah, I mean, stay awake. It's like, here we go.
Yeah. So what are you going to make me? What you going to make me?
Oh, I was hoping you forgot about that. You actually want a beverage?
I did not. I think I've been on my feet all day long in this kitchen cooking. A cocktail sounds good. A splash of Mountain Dew with whiskey. I'm not feeling it, but if it works for you, then awesome. But I'm not feeling it.
Do you have a type of alcohol you would prefer for the evening?
Let's stick with vodka.
Vodka.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we can find some vodka for you.
You prefer a glass of wine? Wine is good too. We could do wine. I mean, during the holidays, I try to stick a lot with like bubbles of some kind. Comes in a smaller glass, so I drink less of it. Mountain Dew was originally formulated as a whiskey mixer. Interesting. See, when I was in college, that's what everybody drank. And I think one of my things with Mountain Dew is there was a drink. There was a local drink. I went with my best friend at the time to visit her family in a little place called Cherryville, South Carolina, Cherryville, North Carolina, one of the Carolinas. And there was like a local soft drink that was
Hi.
behind me, very
Hi there.
Mountain Dewish like, and I got really, really sick. I was 14, so it's no alcohol. I just happened to get really sick while drinking it. And has that ever happened to you, like you're eating or you've drank something and then you never want to see it again?
That's me and French toast.
You and French toast. Is that what happened with French toast? You had a bad experience?
I got food poisoning.
Oh. Well, maybe I can make it. You can try it again.
And most brown drinks are also the same sort of thing.
I'm just saying, you can have a corrective experience. So, let's see, are those ready? Those are good. We'll set those aside. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that. This is very hot. This is hot for me, Robbie.
I'm glad I'm not trying a taste of it quite yet then.
I am. These are looking good over here. But I also think they're going to have to go into the oven to finish cooking. So we'll put those in there with these and give them a couple of minutes in the oven so that they at least warm up through the middle of it. And then I'm also going to get the cheese started melting by putting these in the oven with our cheese. That way I don't have to worry about, I only have to toast the bread. I don't have to worry about the cheese actually melting. Is this a good idea, bad idea? I don't know. I'm not using any kind of recipe. I'm just kind of going with the flow here. Hello, Vi. How are you doing? Welcome. It's good to see you. Good to see you. All right. Couple more pieces because we want lots of cheese, right? Is there a thing is too much cheese?
I'm willing to try and find out.
Maybe. Bake. I want to turn that up some. Now we've got some extra cheese in case anybody wants some. All right. So when I make these, I'm going to use this fake mayo for mine. Because doesn't this sound, again, it's an okay substitute, but calorie-free, fat-free, sugar-free, dairy-free, gluten-free, cholesterol-free, and zero net carbs. So, if you want to save calories.
Very not fun.
If you want to save calories, Walden Farms, they have a lot of these things. So if you're trying to lose weight and you want to substitute something, this is a good way to do it. I'm trying their stuff for the first time tonight. But again, this mayo, the first ingredient is water. It does sound like a puff of air. It tastes okay. So what am I getting? What are we making? He's not telling me. Here, why don't you do this in front here? That's Rocky. That's Rocky for anybody who wants to know. One of 2 dogs roaming around. No, this one doesn't have eggs in it. That would have calories. This one has water, vinegar, salt, cellulose, and a bunch of stuff that I have no idea what it is. There's some monk fruit extract, lemon juice, corn fiber. So I don't typically eat like something like this that doesn't sound like food. But any place I can cut calories a little bit right now, or unhealthy calories. Let me say that, because I'll put extra olive oil because that's a good fat, or avocado, that kind of stuff, because that's actually good for my joints. All right, I'm done with this because I don't want to make the sandwiches in this. I mean, I kind of do, but I'm not going to. So we'll put that over here.
Are you ready to taste your beverage?
I am.
Lizanne!
Lizanne, welcome in, Raiders. Welcome. Hello. Welcome in. Hi, I'm Dana. And I am a home chef here and I'm just saying home chef because I'm not really a chef, home cook up here in North Texas who loves to cook. And I'm joined here with Robbie, my tech guy, my logistical elevation technician, and my bartender. And so there we go. Lizanne, what did you make today? How was it? How was your stream? I love Lizanne. Make sure you're going and giving Lizanne a follow. She's a fellow Texan. So, right? You're in Houston, right? I need to get you on if you're in Houston, there's a list I need to get you on.
Did you just touch the drink, or did we get a chance to?
I didn't get a chance. I was like,
or
you know what?
cheers?
I watch. Salty brought his people in here, and his place always looks so immaculately clean.
Well, I think he's cleaner than you. Is my takeaway. And no, I'm just gonna stop talking. I'll stop talking before I get in trouble.
This drink is terrible.
I think the problem is that I'm involved with this stream and I'm not involved with his, and that's the problem. Cheers.
Too late.
Well, we're at least not going to make it worse, Jedi. Well, I'll drink that. That's good.
You know, one of the things, Lizanne, that I love is that you'll do things multiple times and just kind of try new things, because that happens in here too. I'll make something and then I'll be like, it really needed this or that. And it's good because it shows that, you know, even though we're standing here in front of a camera, we're not perfect. We're not perfect. Lots to investigate, exactly. A Houston list. Our free samples involved. It's a thing. It's a secret, Mitch. It's a secret. It's a secret society. So yeah, it's pretty good. Is that lemon juice, vodka, and I see orange liqueur over there. Did you put some orange in there?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Did you just put the ingredients in the thing? Is that what you're doing?
That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay. All right, so while that's happening, I'm gonna get out another pan, because now I'm not trying to use fewer pans, because Robbie's, you know. You know? Do you know? I'll get our bread ready to go. I actually think I'm going to toast the inside of our bread so that when we put things like the onions and the mushrooms and stuff in it, then it'll be toasty, and if there are any juices or oils, it won't soak through the bread and make our bread not good. Soggy. You're near Houston. Excellent. You made close to 1,000 pancakes when you were younger. Oh, because the first one or two failed every time. That happens, like those first couple. This is my butter left over from Christmas, so it's still in the little Christmas thing. This is from my great grandmother. Whoops! Look at that, I caught it. Used to collect hand painted plates, cups, butter holders. So it is, I think it's just because maybe we start before the griddle is quite ready, you know, that it's not quite hot enough, or it hasn't evened out in its temperature maybe. I don't know. We will tell Darth and the others you said hello if they pop in. Are you heading out? Is that what's happening here? And why not? This is Robbie's, so this is our brioche bread that we're going to be using for his.
Thanks again, Andy.
Thank
Get
you
some
for
sleep.
being here. Good night, Andy. Cast iron pan, exactly. Like, so in the cast iron, I do that too. Sometimes I'll start like any of my pans and it won't quite be to the temperature I want it to be. So tonight I did much better though. I'm waiting for this. And then we'll put butter on the other side. All right, Soto Mio. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. I appreciate that. Yay, it was nice meeting you too. Thanks for being here. Okay. Yeah, see, I don't hear any. Oh, no, I do. I hear a little applause. Maybe you can hear a little. That's what we want to hear. We want to hear that the pan is hot. That's just,
Ooh, an infrared thermometer helps.
Who has one of those, Robbie? Who got one for Christmas?
Where is it?
Probably in that pile of stuff that's in the bedroom that you haven't addressed yet.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't?
No, I went through that.
Uh-oh. Then what did you do with it? Did you put it away already somewhere?
Maybe.
Robbie's going to go investigate. He got an infrared thermometer. I'm just going to get that bread started going. Now it's going. Now it's going. You got to put a lot of butter on it, right? I don't get to. That's okay. It's a temporary thing so that I can enjoy my trip to Italy. A splash of water helps too. A splash of water helps with, to see if the pan is hot enough. That's what I usually do. I usually throw some water in there, or I'll do a little test pancake. It's the same thing with oil. Even though I've got the thermometer on it when I'm frying something, I always start by putting one thing in. And I promised somebody, I don't think they're in here right now, but that I was going to do, we did toasted ravioli, and we did film it when we were actually frying them. And so I need to get that all put together for you guys. But like I said, it's been a couple of weeks. Can't find it? That's not good news. Where else could it be?
I'll find it. It's got to be somewhere.
It is somewhere. I can guarantee you that. Ooh, okay, so that's going to be the inside of our toast there. So I'm going to pull that out.
Who wanted their bread extra smoky?
It's not, this is yours, so apparently you.
Oh.
Ooh, can you see that pan is smoking hot now? Let's turn that down. I'm going to get a plate out so I can stick these on a plate. They must be 55. The thing that's great about cast iron pans is if you take, well, even if you don't take good care of them, you can pass them down because you can always fix a cast iron pan. I don't want to put my bread in there yet because that's too hot, but I'm going to use this fake mayonnaise and see how that works on mine. Also using a fake Thousand Island dressing. They're calling this amazing mayo, but the problem is it doesn't have any eggs in it. So it's not really mayonnaise. That's probably why it says mayo. Like at least Miracle Whip says it's a sandwich spread and not mayonnaise. Do you see how, can you guys see that smoke coming off the pan? You probably can't. But we're gonna let that cool down for a second because that is way, 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 way too hot. They were passed on to her, still miss them. Drop them when you move to England. Oh no. Oh no. So you know that like if you find a cast iron pan like on the side of the road or at a garage sale or whatever, you can bring those back into usable state because that's just the oxidation usually on the outside of the pan, and you can scrub that off. Hello, C Films. I am also doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. How was your cast iron irretrievably damaged? Can I tell you a story? One of my kiddos that wasn't Kelsey said I need new plates for Christmas, and then I found out that they were moldy, and so they threw them away. Not the ones I bought, but the old ones that they had. And I'm like, you can wash that off. So, hello, big ball of yarn. Good evening to you too. It's good to see you. Thank you for being here. I'm letting this pan cool down. It got a little too hot. And I'm toasting some bread because we're making some patty melts. We have these, our potato wedges that have Cajun seasoning on them that have come out of the oven. We may stick them in just briefly to heat them back up. And we've got all our other stuff for the patty melts that we're making over here. And Robbie made up some cocktail. What are you calling your cocktail?
I don't have a name. I put the recipe in the command, but I didn't make up a name yet.
But you have to make up a name now. Robbie's gonna make up a name. All right, ooh, see? So we're gonna toast that side. I'm gonna bring it out, put mayonnaise on the other side once that side's toasted, and then we'll go get our burgers and start assembling and finishing up our patty melts. I'm gonna go look at the meat in the oven. Looking good. I think that's probably good. Cancel that. Yes. And I've got to get those out.
There you go.
Did you name it? What'd you name it? What's your name? Oh, it's been a long day. The long day drink. See, this is not toasting up. Toast, toast. Because it's not real mayo. It's fake mayo. Wait, we'll go over here. Look at those. They smell good, Robbie. I'm running out of room here. Where do I go with these?
We could move the onions.
You know what I'm going to do?
They're cooled down.
Well, I'm going to move this because I'm going to put these back in the oven to warm up. So it's just the
So
warm
Dana,
oven.
I see these delicious hamburgers, patty melts that you have made. But what are you eating? Because there's only 4 of them.
I am having one of them. So there. So that did not toast well at all. So we're going to go a different route.
Did it get brighter instead of toasting?
It's not working. So we're going to go a different route. That's what I was afraid of, because it's water. So why would water I mean, water is the main ingredient on it. So for mine, we're gonna do a little olive oil in the pan.
I was about to suggest to put the plate with the beef on the floor. At least Rocky would be happy then.
No, I'm not giving that to him. He doesn't deserve it. He is though. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
My bun looks
Look,
really...
there he is. Do you see him? Hi. They see you. Here we go. There we go. This will toast it. So I'm going to toast the inside, put them here, assemble these, then stick them back in the pan. So Rocky, you know, tomorrow, even though he got to go to camp today, I know he's going to be a pain in the butt. I hope not, but I'm pretty sure he will be. Okay, so this did not work, but real mayo will. So if you're using real mayo, you can use that on the outside of your sandwiches instead of butter. But you may not use Walden Farms Amazing Mayo for that because that did not work. But it's good to know. Wonder Boy, you resubscribed with Prime. Thank you so much for that resubscription. We have rocks. I know this sounds funny. We have rocks if you're subscribing, and you get to put your word for the year on them. For example, this is Miss Sarah Lynn's rock, and it says intention. And what I'm going to do is at the end of January, all of these are going to be going into my kitchen garden, and then I look at them every day. So Wonder Boy, what is your word for 2023? What would you like your word to be?
And please go give Wonder Boy a follow.
And give Wonder Boy a follow 100%, 100%. Thank you. I always tell Robbie to remind me of that because I forget to do that. So he says, how do I describe a patty melt? That's an excellent question, C-Films. So a regular patty melt is going to be a hamburger. It's going to have Swiss cheese. It's going to have caramelized onions. And it's going to have some sort of dressing, like a Thousand Island dressing on it. We're going to do ours a little bit differently today. It's usually on rye bread. So mine is on a gluten-free multi-grain bread. Robbie's is going to be on a brioche bread today. And I'm using a kind of a fake Thousand Island. We'll be using more of a real one for him. And we're going to add mushrooms to ours. So that's what we are doing. It is a tough one, Wonder Boy, especially if you know you're caught off guard. I just say, what's your word? So think about it for a second, and then
But don't
we'll
feel
make
too
your
bad.
rock.
Even Darth, after like days, hasn't gotten back to us.
Yeah, Darth hasn't told me, and Robbie hasn't told me. Right, Robbie?
Well, technically, I haven't hit the subscribe button yet this month.
Okay.
So I've still got a few days to procrastinate.
Okay. Okay. All right, let's assemble these. I'm going to take this smaller one for me. And the reason why I toasted the inside of the bread is it'll help keep those juices from making the sandwich, like the bread gets soggy and fall apart. Hopefully. That's my hope. All right. So we have a little of that. Oops, that pan is still hot. I need to open this. Thousand Island for me.
Yeah, Robbie and
Andrew.
Randy are going back and forth about, no, this word, no, that word.
Oh, well, that's a good thing. What would Randy's word? Would Randy's word be different than Robbie's word?
Randy's word would be, another round, please.
That's not a word, by the way.
Oh. More?
More. So that on Robbie's, fake stuff on mine. I'm calling it fake because the first ingredient is water. And usually for a Thousand Island, it's going to be probably a mayo type thing.
Wonder Boy says patience.
Oh, that was Robbie's last year. He didn't do so well
I hope
with
that works out better for you, Wonder Boy, than it did for me last year.
Yeah.
Because Dana would argue that I need to practice that again this year.
Yes. For sure.
That was a very quick agreement on her
Yes,
part, by the way.
For sure. 100%.
Oh, yes, Me, Myself, and Irene. I think that's a movie that Dana hasn't seen. I need to add that to our list of movies to get her to watch.
I think I've seen parts of it. Okay, so there's already butter on the outside of this bun. We're going to stick that in there so that it can get crunchier. That's the word, crunchier. This is the motion for crunchier in Dana's kitchen.
This song is very 80s.
Is it? How do you know? So we've got some lion's mane mushrooms that we browned and did a little saute on to put on here. They have a little bit of a nutty flavor to them. And then I need, this probably needs to be hotter for yours.
You've got to wait another week. I have yet to start my sword collection.
Still waiting on it.
I have a feeling if I start, I will not be able to stop.
So did Wonder Boy say patience? Okay,
Yes.
Wonder Boy said patience. Then let's get you a rock. Oh, this one wasn't writing very well. That's why I didn't do that one. So while these are cooking, I'm going to try and not lose track of time and burn them, because that would be bad. I think. I don't think.
Robbie, I'm not able to stop.
All right, we ready? Oh, look at that. That is pretty close to perfect. What do you think? Is that pretty close to perfect?
Looks good.
I need to put a little olive oil in the pan for mine since my fake mayo did not work. I'm getting there. Yeah, probably needs a little more there. Okay, where's my pen go? Where did the Sharpie go? I had it. Wonder Boy, hang on.
You
I'm
still
looking
want
for
that
my
one
Sharpie.
katana worth
There it is.
$6,500 for the blade alone?
Crazy.
Wow.
Crazy. Okay. Wonder. I want to make sure I spell it right because I know there's an H in there. Boy, and then 9 and O. And we'll put 2023 on there. We'll put patience on the other side. So there we go. Probably can't see that. It's a very tiny screen there. We got patience. We got Wonder Boy. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, let's see, Robbie, how yours is doing. Oh. It kind of scooted over here.
It's almost too good to eat, but I will be eating it.
All right, can you get the potatoes out of the thingamabob again? Oven.
The oven?
That's what we call it. We call it the oven.
The hot box.
That's getting close. Getting close to what I want it to be.
So where should I put these?
Here. Ow.
Careful, that's
That was
hot.
That was hot. I'll stick that there. We're gonna cut Robbie's here. Nope, that was you. Wait a minute, what happened here? There we go, okay. I'll learn which button is which. I'm new to this whole thing.
She's new at the directing thing. First time streamer, everyone.
I'm not new at the directing thing, I'm new at the directing. Yours fell apart just a little bit here.
It's okay. It'll still taste really good.
So that you can't see my mistake here. There we go. I don't know, what do you think? That's making you hungry? Excellent.
It's making me hungry. Am I allowed to steal this?
Hard to make dark when you use oil and not butter. I agree. I agree.
Mine.
His has
mine,
butter.
Mine.
But I do grilled cheese this way a lot, is with the olive oil. So see, that looks pretty good.
Do you want a picture of yours?
Yes. Although it's upside down. Hang on. Dun.
Do you want some fries on the plate first?
Yes, I do.
Hey,
Egg fried cheese. Thank you so much for resubscribing. You get your name on a rock. And what would you like your word for 2023 to be? Hang on.
And hey, Supernatural Rider.
Supernatural Rider's in here too. Hello. So I use Char, S-C-H-A-R. It looks like this. This has been my favorite. Can I tell you, let me tell you what's really, really good. They have croissants in the frozen section. And if you stick those in the oven and cook them and eat them, they are fabulous. They're really, really good. So there we go. We need to try our food, right? Cheesecake, your word for the year is cheesecake? Okay. I mean, somebody had spaghetti tacos last year.
That's true. So no judgment.
I might be judging.
And I don't even have an award yet, so I really can't say anything.
I might be judging. Just a little bit. All right, egg fried cheese. Hang on. Oh, go give egg fried cheese a follow. Fellow streamer, food and drink streamer. I haven't been very good at this tonight. Your word for 2023 would be 23, haha. I understand. Egg fried cheese 2023. And egg fried cheese, these go in my garden.
Rocky has ignored me all night, and I have a burger, and now he's like my best friend.
Cheesecake. There we go. There's your rock. Egg fried cheese. Cheesecake, because I didn't write small enough on 2 lines. So there we go. Very cool. I love to see these in my garden. I really, really do. Okay, Robbie's eating over there and not in front of you guys. So.
Oh, yeah?
That's so good. Ooh, a 3D okay. Egg fried 3D, so go follow that one too. You, give Robbie a second here. He's got to give you permission to do that. This is good. What do you think? Do you like it? He's too busy. He's busy doing his job. What do you think? Is it good, Robbie? Mm-hmm. Yeah? Mm-hmm.
Glad I'm off camera.
I know that's cheating. That is cheating. This works pretty good for this thing. We'll have to try it on a salad sometime and see. It is really good. I probably could have cooked it a little less in the oven, but it's not overcooked. It's just it's a solid.
It's amazing
medium.
The difference when you grind your meat yourself, how much better the burgers are.
It makes a huge, huge difference. Oh, look, I also have a friend.
Rocky?
I'm ignoring him. All right. Well, let's see. You've had them gluten intolerant, gluten affects your body, eating gluten-free, but more doctors put me on the hydroxychloroquine, which, yes, I did know that because I have another friend who's on that as well. Yes, I know the high carb and sugar content of gluten-free, and sorry for the long story. No, I get it. So I don't really, most of the time I just avoid things that would normally have gluten and they have a gluten-free thing to it. I do like rice crackers and things. I've even made my own gluten blends. Alton Brown has a really good one. And I use that for things like biscuits, and there's no other sugars or anything in it. It's rice flour and I can't remember all the different flours in it, but you know, there is that on there. There's a give and a take on it. So for me, it's the same. The inflammation that I get from eating gluten, I know I'm going to pay for it in the morning. I know I'm going to be a little foggy, and then my body's going to be sore. So I try to avoid it when I can. So that is why mine is gluten-free tonight. But occasionally it's worth it. So like when we go to Italy, I'm not going to eat pasta every day, but there will be at least a couple of days that I'm going to eat pasta. I'll probably have pizza a day too, and I'll be eating the gluten stuff, and I'll just pay for it in the morning. I love hobbies. 3D printing a giant sit-stand duck right now. Interesting. All right, so, and I like these too. Do you like the flavor of the potatoes? It's good. So guys, let's see. I know it's kind of a short stream tonight, but that's okay, because you know what? I have been standing in this kitchen since 9 a.m. this morning, except when I got in the car to go deliver food to a friend's family. And sitting in the car to go take the dog to camp and pick them up. So I've been standing all day in this kitchen. I've cleaned this kitchen about 4 times today. So I may look messy when I'm doing here, but I do clean the kitchen in between things. So there is that. I do have a social media thing. You can come and follow us, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I do have a Discord. There's lots of stuff in there. Wanted to let you guys know we'll be streaming on Sunday at 5 p.m. And also I do a yoga stream. So if you're new in here, I just started doing a yoga stream at 10 a.m. on Mondays. I am a certified yoga teacher. It is gentle yoga. It's more about kind of self-compassion and stretching to get us into the week and kind of set us and put us in a good place for that. So feel free to join us for that. I would love to see you guys there. We are going to go to, where are we going? Did you decide where we're going? Oh, Robbie's setting up all the raid stuff, but we haven't decided where we're going yet to raid. So let's see, who can we do? Okay, computer. Oh, there we go. How about, I think Eat at Dad's has been on even longer than I have. Who else is out there? Because I think last time we went to somebody, when we went to Salty, he was just right about ready to do something.
I mean, I can pull him up real quick.
Okay, let's see what he's doing. Yeah, he's been on almost 3 hours. He's still cooking? He's still cooking. All right, let's go see Eat at Dad's. I love Eat at Dad's. He's really chill and super, super sweet. And let's go see Eat at Dad's. Can I tell, I saw Miss Molly was on too, yeah. But let's go see Eat at Dad's. Your spine can't handle yoga? Yeah, I might need to see a doctor. So I have somebody else who does yoga from the chair. I have 2 people. Kanara does it from a chair, as does Miss Sarah Lynn. And so they did what they could do from the chair. So, all right, we're going to go to Eat at Dad's. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. As always, it's always my honor and a pleasure to have you guys here with me. You guys are amazing. As Darth always likes to say, cheers. For being here. Go out into the world. Hope and be you. Make sure you're staying who you are. Who are you? And be kind. And let's just spread love out there. So let's go show our love to Eat at Dad's and get going. All right, you guys have a great night. Thank you, Wonder Boy. You have a great night too. It was good to see you too, Big Ball of Yarn. Let's go. Bye.